Hospital in downtown St. Pete. This is the US 1035 Cares for Kids Radiothon, presented by Dex Imaging.
Your money counts twice as much at this moment. If you were listening a few minutes ago, then you heard Valpak. They are matching right now. So if you pledge $15, it's going to count as $30. If you pledge $50, it's going to count as $100. They're matching all the way up to another $5,000, which is awesome. So you've heard us talk about, on the radio the last couple of days, how vitally important it is that we hit our goals. You've heard us talk about how literally $15 a month can save the life of a child. We wanted to bring someone in that can really speak to how this money is used and why it is so important. Let me give you the phone number real quick, 1-800-270-8642.
1-800-270-8642.
I thought you looked like you had something to add. All right, so we have the Executive Vice President of All Children's Hospital Foundation. This year is our 7th year. We're going to hopefully surpass the $1 million raised mark all in over all the years. And that's where I think that really shows Jenine, how the money does add up. I think people think in their car, $15 doesn't matter. But cumulatively, when we pool it all together, here we are 7 years later with $1 million. So maybe we can start with, why is it so important to give? I think there's a misconception out there that hospitals just have this magic money printing machine in the back and that you don't need to raise money.
Right.
So how important is it for us to raise this money these 2 days and to hit our goals?
Well, I'm glad you're bringing up that point about hospitals needing support. We are a nonprofit hospital. We have been since our founding. And in order for us to do the wonderful things that we do, to provide the services we provide, and to change medicine the way that we're changing medicine, we have to have philanthropy every year. So all of these dollars that we raise and that the foundation bands together to raise within a year, all of those dollars go directly to the service that we're providing to our patients. And you've heard some of the stories today about the lives that are being impacted and changed. And
from a nonprofit hospital, by the way.
Exactly.
These stories of kids living and kids that were given 2 months at other hospitals. Oh, what's up? They're still here 5 years later. From a nonprofit hospital. I mean, that's why it's so important that you dig deep and give that $15.
Right. And part of our mission, which you all have reiterated today, is just that we never turn anybody away for the care that we provide. So in order to continue to do that and just to let anybody who walks through our doors receive the top quality care no matter what, we as a community need to come together and put our dollars together to be able to continue to provide that service.
I think it's a testimony that it's across the board in this hospital. It's not just one department or one wing, but it's across the board. The story we heard earlier about Baha, the little boy who was in Jerusalem when he was diagnosed with cancer, and then
doctors called him every step of the way. The doctors here at this nonprofit hospital in St. Pete, they called every step of the way to make sure he was on his way so they could save him.
And
that's outstanding.
And there's a department that there were people actually helping them get transportation back here to get him here as quickly as possible. They cared that much. So it's across the board, and nobody said, well, let me get your insurance card before we make that phone call for you.
Right. And here's a part of our service that I think is so important to underline is that, of course, we're here for the St. Pete and Tampa community. We will always be that hospital. We're also the hospital that is of the highest quality of caliber of care that people are coming from all over the world to receive our services. So how proud can we be to have this hospital in our backyard, to know that it's here for anybody who needs us, and kids who need us outside of this area can come to us because we have doctors and nurses who can provide that care and give them the experience. It's just exceptional.
And we personally can testify to the difference that we've seen in the 7 years that we've been doing this Radiothon, the new programs. I mean, we started out in the old hospital, and now we're in this new, beautiful building, but it's about all of the wonderful research that they've done. We weren't talking about the A+ autism program 7 years ago. We weren't even really talking that much about autism 7 years ago. And now you guys are on the cutting edge of so many wonderful programs for kids. And it started 7 years ago when people started giving.
Right. So, I mean, what I would say to everyone as they're driving and just stuck in traffic or whatever your experience is, that if you can do anything during this holiday season that is going to bring you a level of satisfaction and joy and completeness, I think this might be it. I mean, you are literally able to save a life by the dollars that you give. And the stories that you heard today are just samples of the work that we're providing. So I'm not suggesting that anybody tries to call while they're driving, so be careful with that. But as soon as you can,
I am,
if you're at,
by the way.
if you're at a light, whatever it is, if you pull into your driveway, I really hope you're moved to do something for this hospital because it's like nothing you'll ever do.
Yeah, would you say I'm insensitive for the most part?
Yeah, pretty much.
I was completely moved the first time we went through this place,
Yep.
and we have, as a staff, taken this on as our charity that means more to us. And then over the years, we have to come here for our kids, and it means even more. And it touches everybody in this area. And whether it's because your kid is in sports and you want to donate so that we can keep the concussion program going, or whether it's you want to help keep some of the autism programs going, or how about this? Maybe you want to save some of the kids that have cancer, because right now all 28 beds in oncology are full. I can give you a million reasons to give, but you got to pick up the phone, and it takes less than 90 seconds. We can get you in and out in 90 seconds. It's nothing.
Do you know there are 73 babies in the NICU right now? 73 babies right now in the NICU fighting for their lives. There are parents up there pacing the floors, like
wondering
you
if they're
said.
going to be home for Christmas. And they probably aren't. They're going to be looking at their kid through those windows as they're hooked up to tubes while we're at our house feeding our faces, taking everything for granted.
But you know what? They're making it possible for some of those parents to take those babies home. And thank goodness for All Children's, and thank goodness for the technology that you have. Because I remember the old NICU, and now when you go to the new one, it's just so many blessings here each day, and so much to be thankful and grateful for. And gosh, just bring yourself some good cheer and donate.
So while this pledge is happening, this is some awesome. This is an awesome time that you can call in, get your pledge doubled, and I'd also ask the callers to just really think about honoring you guys through their gift, because you have been such an awesome partner to us for the past 7 years, and to watch your team rally and just put your heart behind this. I want to thank you on behalf of All Children's and the foundation, but maybe your listeners will also honor you guys in some way by calling and making a gift, saying thank you to you, helping the hospital, getting the match, and just bringing it all together. So I want to thank you.
Well, thank you for joining us, and let's hope that we hit our goal here in the next 51 minutes. We
And
need
thanks-
about 40 more.
Thanks for helping make Travis a sensitive guy 2 days
I know,
out
I
of the
cried
year.
today. I
Only-
cried today.
I did too. Well, Jeremy
There's
got me.
pictures of it.
Oh.
1-800-270-8642. We really need the phones to ring, though. We've got to get like 45 more. And don't forget, Valpak is matching up to the next $5,000, so your money counts twice as much. It has never been a better time for you to pick up that phone and call. We can get it on that credit card in and out, 90 seconds, 1-800-270-8642, 1-800-270-8642. If you do it right now, I can still get you in the running for the trip to see Kenny Chesney and Jason Aldean in Dallas with Brantley Gilbert and Cole Swindell. Thank you for making that phone ring in the background. We're going to play Chase Rice as we light up those phones, 1-800-270-8642. We're down to the wire, and we need your help. 1-800-270-8642. We're live from All Children's on US 103.5.
Damn pretty good.